big topic in the news recently has been the impeachment proceedings beginning against President Donald Trump. Now, I am not what you would call a Trump supporter in any sense of the term, but I am not in favor of this impeachment. I am, however, in favor of impeachment for other reasons, but the Democratic Party is bringing up this impeachment for no other reason than it's only for a political reason, and Donald Trump did not actually break the law in this case. And he has broken the law in many other cases. So, back in 1998, the United States signed a treaty with Ukraine stating that we could the two nations could cooperate with each other dealing with criminal investigations. Now, Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, has been receiving about $50,000 a month from a Ukrainian oil company owned by a Ukrainian oligarch since about 2014, while Joe Biden was the vice president. So that's a good reason to investigate the Bidens. Hunter Biden has no previous experience in the oil industry, and he's sitting on the board of executives of a Ukrainian oil company owned by a Ukrainian oligarch. That is something that warrants an investigation. And the treaty signed in 1998 clarified that the United States and the country of Ukraine are allowed to cooperate with each other when it comes to criminal investigations. So as much as I don't like Donald Trump, he was not breaking the law here. Furthermore, the way to get Donald Trump out of office is to impeach him for unconstitutional wars, unconstitutional surveillance of American citizens, and for essentially just continuing the foreign policy of George Bush and Barack Obama. Now, the Democratic Party would never get on board with impeaching Donald Trump over illegal foreign policy because they are complicit in that illegal foreign policy too. They are complicit in the unconstitutional surveillance of all of us. They can't impeach Donald Trump because if they did, they would incriminate themselves in the process. There's also a case to be made for impeaching Donald Trump based on the emoluments clause in the Constitution that says you can't receive money from foreign governments while you're the president. Donald Trump has not divested himself from the Trump Organization or any of his hotels. There's a Trump hotel in DC that foreign leaders come in and they stay at. When they pay money to stay at a Trump hotel or any Trump Organization property, that money goes to Donald Trump. That is a direct violation of the emoluments clause right there. Every time a foreign leader stays at one of his organization's hotels, anytime someone buys something, anytime a foreign leader buys something from a Trump Organization property, that is a violation of the emoluments clause and is a worthy cause for impeachment. Now, this situation with Ukraine is entirely political and just proves how bad the Democrats are at playing politics, because if you actually look in to the issue here with Ukraine, there's more incriminating evidence on Biden than there is on Trump. So if you actually pay attention to the scandal here, it's more of a scandal with Joe Biden. The Democratic Party has no idea how to play politics. The only reason the Democratic Party is getting on board with impeachment proceedings right now is because we have just announced that we're going to send combat troops to Saudi Arabia in order to protect our oil, their oil, not our oil, but our oil, to protect them from Iran. So they don't want to focus on the fact that we're ramping up our endless wars right after Donald Trump was just talking about ramping all the wars down. We're never going to ramp the wars down because we make money off of warfare. The United States is the world's #1 arms manufacturer, and we sell weapons to everybody, okay? So we never want the warfare to stop. Along with the new deployment of troops that just got announced, we have also sent a new not shipment, but we have also approved more aid to go to Venezuela to Juan Guaido in order for him to try to overthrow Nicolas Maduro and the socialist regime in Venezuela once again. They've tried in 2002, they failed. They tried again a few months ago, they failed, and they're gonna try again soon, and they're gonna fail again because the socialist government in Venezuela is extremely popular, and they don't want us to come mess with them. So along with it approving this new deployment of troops, we are also pledging $53 million to the fake prop-up government of Juan Guaido in Venezuela. That is $53 million worth of taxpayer dollars to go to an attempt at regime change in Venezuela that will not it will not benefit the interest of the American people whatsoever. It's only benefiting the interest of oil companies and the people who make money off of destroying our environment. The only reason the Democratic Party is getting on board with impeachment right now is because of these things that are going on. They want the American public to be more caught up in impeachment proceedings with the president than they are with the US military being deployed into something like the 9th country we're fighting wars in right now. We're fighting wars in too many countries to even have a handle on. So they want the American people to be caught up in a whole Russiagate repeat, so they're not paying attention to the issues that are actually affecting our society. It's just like Russiagate in the fact that the whole Russia narrative was meant to cover up for the fact that Hillary Clinton lost to Donald Trump, the most unqualified candidate to ever run for president. She lost to him. And it is because she ran a terrible campaign, an elitist campaign. She took all the corporate money she could. She did not offer the American people anything. She didn't offer us Medicare for all. She didn't offer us a Green New Deal. She didn't offer us to end the wars. She didn't offer us anything. She just said, what's going on right now is fine. Everyone loves Obama. No, everyone doesn't love Obama. Obama sold weapons to Al-Qaeda to start the Syrian civil war in order to do regime change and overthrow Bashar al-Assad. That is a shitty thing in my opinion. He did. Now, I'm not saying Assad is a great guy, okay? I'm not saying Gaddafi was a great guy. Gaddafi was a terrible dictator, but we shouldn't have toppled him because look what's happening in Libya right now. There's open slave trading on the streets in Libya. That wasn't happening before when Gaddafi was in power. We took Gaddafi out of power, created a power vacuum, and now Islamic extremists like ISIS are in power there. That's exactly what happened when we go in and do regime change. It creates power vacuums and it just perpetuates the violence that's happening in the region. But secretly, we love that. The United States loves that because we make a shit ton of money off of being the world's #1 weapons manufacturer, okay? So the Democratic Party does not want you to pay attention to any of that. They don't want you to pay attention to any of that. So they prop up media scandals like the Russiagate and this Ukraine scandal to keep all of our attentions off what really matters, the issue of war and peace. That's what really matters.